online, and on your smart speaker. This is Sunshine Radio News.
Stand by for a flashback. It's 9 o'clock.
The top stories this hour. I'm Sean Moore. A former detective believes several people have been targeted for standing up to police ahead of the outcome of a review into the way the Greater Manchester Force handles complaints. Maggie Oliver thinks Danica Stewart, who's sharing her story of being strip-searched in custody, isn't alone.
It's power, because when I left the police station that day, the sergeant on the desk said to me, you need to drop all your complaints against the police. They needed to show me who was boss.
The IOPC watchdog insists its complaint system is simplified, making it more accessible to the public. While Greater Manchester Police says it can't comment on this case until the review's over, it does admit failings. Police are bidding to locate a prison absconder in Monmouthshire. 29-year-old Russell failed to return to HMP Briscoe last Saturday. He was convicted of conspiracy to supply Class A drugs, possessing criminal property, and assault of an emergency worker at Birmingham Crown Court in March 2020. He's described as being around 6 foot tall with brown hair and brown eyes. He has a tattoo on the left of his neck saying Believe and a tattoo on his left hand saying Russ. Turner has links to the West Midlands. You can see a picture of the wanted man on our news pages. Arthur Charities said they're at full capacity and can't help anyone because of the high demand due to the cost of living crisis. Research by the Charities Aid Foundation also found some of those organisations now have a waiting list, while 1 in 7 is considering charging fees for their services. Chief Executive of the organisation, Neil Heslop, says they're in a difficult position.
That much higher demand combined with sustained financial challenges is really starting to bite in terms of the resilience of charities.
Herefordshire is set to continue with its policy of exempting nearly 1 in 7 households from paying council tax. Papers published ahead of a meeting of Herefordshire Council's cabinet next week propose that its council tax reduction scheme continues into the next financial year, which starts in April. The policy was brought in for the year 2021 to 2022 and has remained in place since. In the last financial year, 6,570 bill payers of working age were granted the exception. And finally, 2 Madonna fans are suing the singer for showing up hours late to one of her gigs. The civil lawsuit alleges actual harm was suffered by the 2 men, including harassment, frustration and anger. They claim the 65-year-old arrived on stage in Brooklyn in New York last month, 2 hours late. That's the latest.
Fancy an adventure? You could sail around the world solo. Boats are expensive, though. Maybe you could hack your way through the jungle to an ancient Mayan temple. Pricey, too. And snakes. Or you could try the SEAT route to adventure, because right now you can buy any SEAT at 0% APR when financed with Solutions PCP. SEAT. Live bolder. Live better.
Offer ends April 2nd, 2024. Maximum 36-month term. Minimum 10% deposit. T's and C's apply. Indemnities may be required. SEAT Finance.
Sunshine Radio weather.
We'll tell you if you need that coat today with our hourly updates on the local forecast. Sunshine Radio, always searching out the sun among the showers.
Another cold day. So cold today, with plenty of sunny spells and highs of around 6 degrees Celsius, and to get down to freezing in places like the cloud cover tonight, so it should stay around freezing, won't go much below, if any. And then tomorrow, kind of unsettled really for the rest of the weekend. We do have a yellow warning for wind on Sunday, so heed warning if you're thinking of going anywhere.
Flashback.
With Talbot Garden Products for all your sheds, summer houses and fencing. Telephone 01584 781 512.
We have to go back in time. Sunshine Radio's 9 o'clock flashback.
Hey, it's the big flashback for a Feel Good Friday. Let us know what you're doing today. 07988 60 70 80. What you got planned for the weekend. Where you're listening, what you're listening on. If you're abroad, make sure you send some pictures so we can verify it. Give me the year, because I'll play you all songs from one particular year. I will ask a little question in betwixt. Get that right, you're in the Musical Hall of Fame for a Feel Good Friday. And you need to turn these up, as we always start, in area styly.
The Sunshine Radio flashback. Flashback. Open your mind. Open your mind.